Hi Libra, welcome to your week ahead tarot with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. If you haven't already, please don't forget to like, share, and if you should so choose and it resonates, hit that subscribe button. If you are already a continued subby, you know I love you for it. With that said, if you would like to book a personal reading with me, you can do so on the website address below. And before we start, as always, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance, and I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So this week, for your key to the week, you have the Star card. This is about optimism, joy, but not so much like in the sun sense. It has kind of similar overtones, but your Star card is about a glimpse into the future. This is where you get a glimpse at what something is going to be or how it's going to shape up for you, what it's likely to become in your future. And this is the key to the week, so it's infusing all of your cards this week. It's permeating your entire life. This could see you reaching out across the airways to maybe build a connection or a group of people. Maybe this is seeing you create some sort of online community of your own, or maybe you're joining one. But also, this could be about you aligning with some sort of long-term commitment. This could see you really delving into something that is going to be a part of your life from here on in, which is a really exciting prospect. For your actions and options, you have the Six of Cups. So you're taking a trip down memory lane this week. Maybe you're going back to an old group. Maybe you are finding an old group or an old partnership that you were, that you were tied to. It does look like a lot of you this week may be hearing from childhood friends, maybe people that used to live on your street when you were a kid. Why do I say that? Six of Cups is about your past. It's about your happy memories, about nostalgia. It's about the you that you kind of reminisce on, like from your younger days. Your Star card, Aquarius ruled, so it talks about friendships as well, right? And it looks like a lot of you are either hearing from or actively seeking out friends that you used to have. So you might be reaching out over the airways. Maybe you're connecting with them. Maybe you're, sending them a social media message. Maybe you're hunting them down on Facebook. We've all done it. It looks like you're connecting with people from your personal past, but it's almost like there's a part of you that's making an effort. And I actually feel like a lot of you might be asking yourself, you know what, why didn't our friendship last? Or maybe why weren't we closer? And it's cycles of life, isn't it? For your communications and conversations, you have the Two of Swords. So this is a card of communications. It's also a card of decisions that you're making. And it does look like you have made a decision to turn over a new leaf when it comes to your communications, when it comes to maybe old friends or old connections. I'm actually picking up as well for a lot of you, this is about a path that, because your communications and conversations is you speaking to people. It's what you're talking about, what people are saying to you, what you're saying to people. And the card itself is very much about your gut instinct. I feel like a lot of you this week, there's something that you want to know. And I kind of feel like there's a part of you that's saying, you know what, I know I don't have the full situation. I know I don't have the full, I don't have the full picture about something that happened in my personal past. Because it's being infused here with that Star card energy, maybe the reason that you're reaching out to this friend from your history is to ask you the big question. It does really look like there's a big question mark about something in your life, and I kind of feel like this week you are going to go on that hunt. I was going to say it on an Easter egg hunt, and then look, in the middle of the card there's an egg, and that kind of represents this idea that there is a potential for you to learn something that you didn't know. Remember, the Two of Swords also has very psychic or intuitive overtones to it. So this week, my advice to you when you are talking to people, whether this is personal, professional or platonic, read between the lines. There's going to be a lot of subtext for you to pick up on in this week. For your money and materials, you've got the Four of Wands. This is good, right? When it comes to your money and materials, you've got the finances that you need, which is really nice. It does look like there's some sort of good news or happy maybe some sort of happy news when it comes to your home, when it comes to the place that you live in. There's good news or good words about this, and your Four of Wands is always a celebration. So when it comes to your money and materials, the home looks good, but also so does your finances. I actually feel like for those of you that applied for jobs and had interviews, you know, Skype interviews and all the rest of it, I actually feel like this will be the week where you get the news that you've actually got the job. So if you've applied for something, whether that's professional or even academic, it looks like good news. Like this is you getting the news that you are successful and that you will be getting a place, or that you will, you'll be getting the job. So well done you. Lovely. And then finally, for your love and romance sector, you have the Four of Swords. So this is interesting because you've got two fours here, right? Fours are about waiting, they're about stillness, they're about foundation and stability. Remember, a square, or a square can be a box, that keeps you kind of trapped, or it can be a step that you can step on to elevate yourself. Now, when it comes to love and romance, one thing that you need to consider here is taking your time. If you've just met somebody or you're just getting to know somebody, this is a week where you're probably not going to want to jump straight into it. It looks like whoever this person is, you're meeting them online, star card, internet, etc. And then for those of you that are partnered, this is about you guys. I have to be honest, it does look like you guys might be deciding you want a break. I'm not seeing the end of a relationship, but I am seeing you guys have a conversation about maybe parting ways for a while, or certainly looking at what the options are to change something in your relationship. And like I said, I don't feel like it's coming to an end, but I do feel like there's a lot of you out there at the moment that might be saying, you know what, I need a break from this relationship, and this isn't about jumping into bed with anybody else. It's just about needing space from you to differentiate and redefine my own self, from our collective, so to speak. But yeah, looks like an interesting week for you guys. Very heavy on the mental energy. There's a lot of air here. And you're Libra, which is an air sign, so kind of makes sense. With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Have a fantastic week. Let me know in the comments how it shapes up. Take care, and I'll see you soon.